Good morning. My name is Nancy Patchen, and I serve on the Hope Memorial Garden Committee. This is Pledge Dedication Sunday, and as we commit our financial gifts to support Hope's mission to God's work, I have been asked to answer the three questions. Where have I seen hope in the past 2 years? There have been several testimonials before mine, and I concur with all the accolades for the way the church and the staff coped under very difficult circumstances. So as not to be repetitive, my story will be a little different. When we first learned of COVID in January 2020, I was recovering from hip replacement surgery. My husband Dave had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2018, and I knew I had to be strong and healthy to be his caregiver. We just didn't expect it to happen so soon. The dementia affected his autonomic nervous system, and in March he started to fail rapidly. For the first 3 weeks of May, he was hospitalized and then put in a memory care facility. It was time of high anxiety and anguish for me. But I was more fortunate than many in that same situation, and that hospice and Arden Courts allowed me to come in for his last hour, and I was able to say goodbye. It was a tough time. I couldn't even get a hug. Where did I find hope in all of this? The prayers, the phone calls, the emails, the cards, the visits, even 6 feet apart, and donations in his memory lifted me up. I am also so fortunate to have two walking partners, Sharon and Diana, who are Stephen ministers, and Joel was counseling me at the time. They listened to me and let me vent my frustrations. They helped me cope with the guilt that I felt that maybe I hadn't made the right decisions for Dave, and they consoled me when my worst fear was realized. After Dave's passing, Joel and I discussed options for a memorial service. The church and property were closed. I did not think I could wait for them to reopen. We had no idea how long it would be. Joel knew that Dave loved the outdoors, and we decided a service in the memorial garden would be just right. But as you know, in the Presbyterian Church, everything goes through session. And here is another way I found hope. I will be forever grateful to the elders who allowed us to have the ceremony in the memorial garden. I was allowed 10 people, masked and distanced. Joel conducted the service, and Nick sang. As an aside, we were married by a Presbyterian minister named David Moody, and Joel's middle name is David. It was a beautiful, intimate ceremony on a glorious sunny day, much like this one, and it brought my family and me much comfort. What help do you need from Hope? I need the fellowship with you, the members of Hope. You helped me through the dark days, and now I want to rejoice with you and share our church experience with our glorious music in this beautiful sanctuary and meaningful worship. I also need personal time in the memorial garden. I encourage all of you to visit often there, to pray, to medicate, or just sit down to soak in its beauty. It is truly a treasure of hope. How have I answered, "Here I am, Lord"? I have been a member of Hope for 41 years. And some of the ways I have served has been as an elder, a pastor nominating committee member, handbell ringer, and wedding coordinator. And this year I joined the Memorial Garden Committee. I urge all of you to get involved in the life of this church. You will be rewarded in ways you may not even imagine. I am so grateful to be a member of this family with you. You've heard the testimonies, so let us ask you, how would you answer these questions? Please prayerfully consider your answer as we dedicate our pledges today. Let us dedicate them for the glory of God and for the support of the ongoing efforts of providing the hope of Christ within our community.